All right, Christina, thank you so much for joining me today. I know your website's Printing Pro, and it's gorgeous, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
To talk about sort of being a Pinterest virtual assistant or Pinterest manager. And you've been doing this for a while now. How long have you been a PVA for?
So I've been doing it for a little over a year now. I started off originally just kind of messing around with making pins, and then I kind of grew my skills from then. From there. So about a year ago is when I started taking clients and really getting into the field. So
Yeah. Had you been using Pinterest a lot before that, like personally?
yes. So of course, yeah, I have tons of personal boards for like wedding stuff and like recipes and everything. And I always really love the platform. And yeah, I didn't realize that there was so much potential in marketing in it. So it was really exciting when I started learning all about that. It was really great.
Yeah. And so how did you hear about that? Like, how did you stumble upon? Because I feel like it's, like you said, it's like a lesser known job.
Yes, I feel like it is too. But I actually had a coworker that we were both looking for ways to make some money from home and something like fun and exciting to do. So she actually stumbled across the Gina's and Gina. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Kristen.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
Kristen. Yeah, I was like, I always forget the names. But she stumbled upon their course and she took it and she was like, you have to like check this out. I think this is really up your alley. I think you'd really enjoy it. So I took the course and I was like, I love this. Like, this seems like a really great idea and really profitable and fun. So
Yeah, because I took the Become a Pinterest VA today. It's, the course seems a little bit of a mouthful, but
yes, yeah, I know.
yeah, I took that as well. I think I took it towards the end of 2017, and
Okay, yeah,
because I'd been freelance writing at the time, and I was like, I don't really like freelance writing.
yeah, I get that.
But yeah, so what was your favorite part of the course, or like, what did you just, what did you find most helpful, I guess?
So I probably found most helpful, let's see, just the breaking down like of how to do the management part. I feel like most courses, they do focus more on like how Pinterest, like their analytics work. And like, I feel like I do understand that, but I didn't know how to actually be a manager and get clients and, provide services for my clients and how to charge them. And that was definitely the most, I thought that was the best part and it was really valuable information. So.
Yeah, no, I was in the same boat. I'm hoping my dog doesn't just start barking right now.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I was totally in the same boat because I was like, I've been doing Pinterest for like my blog for a while, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
what do I charge? What do I
Yeah,
need?
like what do you do?
It was so helpful. And I think you said you make between like $500 and $1,000 a month.
Yes.
How much are you working?
So I probably work, so it's actually me and a team of two other people. So it's not just solely me. So with me, I probably work about 10 hours a week on the stuff for Pinning Pro. And I would say about the same for the other two ladies that I work for. So yeah, we are like, a little more starting out. So there's a lot more behind the scenes stuff that's going on it as well. But with clients alone, I wouldn't say it's like too much time. It was more learning how to do everything first was the big time consuming stuff.
Yeah. Like I've really built out systems now where stuff goes a lot
Totally.
faster. Like when I started out, it took
Oh,
longer.
yes.
Yeah, which I don't know if they really covered systems in the course much. I feel like that's like the one piece missing.
Yes, I think I agree with that. Yeah. But
Yeah,
that's something I feel like you kind of have to come up with on your own to like cater to what you need as well. So,
that's true. Yeah. So how long did it take you to earn back your investment on the course, or how long?
so I would say, let's see. I would probably say about 6 or so months, maybe a little bit longer than that. I didn't actually record exact numbers and stuff, but once I started getting a few clients, that I did kind of put that back into my savings that I invested into myself and everything. So yeah, it did take some time, but once, the ball starts rolling, then you just kind of, you're like,
Yeah,
that was just,
you just need like one or two clients because it's like a recurring thing.
yeah,
Which I love because then you can like predict your income more steadily than like
totally.
some
Yes.
other freelance options.
Yeah. Where it's,
Um,
who knows what it's going to be this month. So
yeah, it's like, oh, how many of my story pitches is a client going to like and actually accept?
yeah, and how much time
So
you spent on those pitches and everything.
did it take you 6 months to find a client, or do you kind of like take your time taking the course?
I definitely took my time. I would say I probably found my first client, my first one, probably a couple months after I finished the course. And I did take it a few times just to make sure that I had the information down because it's a lot to take in at once. So especially if you're new to anything like this.
Yeah, I still go back to it every once in a while just because they have such great templates.
Yeah, and they update it all the
Where's
time.
that template? I need to make sure I get everything.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what would you say is kind of the best part of being a PVA?
My absolute favorite part has to be the flexibility of working from home. And yeah, I have so much time to I take vacations, and I say that by I take my laptop with me and I work on my vacations so I can go anywhere that I want and still make money and not get behind. And it's created so much more time for me to do the things that I want to do with my life. And that's, I think, a very important thing about a side job or even your main job. So
Yeah, absolutely. Because this can be a side hustle, like it sounds like,
totally. Yeah,
something you kind of
absolutely.
but or you could take it full time, and lots of people do.
Absolutely. Yeah. It has so much potential in either way you want to take it. So
Yeah, but it's one of those things that because you just stop taking on clients if you're like, this
yep.
is
Yeah. You're like, I'm full. I don't have any
it's
more
not
time.
something that like gets
Yeah.
really heavy, like seasonally you're like, oh my gosh, I have so much more work. It's like, no, you just have different focuses each season, but it's like the same.
Totally. Which keeps it exciting too. So
Yeah. And what would you say is kind of the toughest part? Because I mean, it's an awesome job, but it's still a job.
yes.
So what would you
Yes, it is. It's still a job, but I think the toughest part for me is, just gauging how much time some tasks take, because some seem like they'll take you like 5 minutes and they end up, I know, like they end up taking you like a couple hours. And like the more that you do it, the more that you know how much time to put into each task and whatnot. But that has been the trickiest part for me. It's more just a learning curve, honestly. So,
Yeah. And then every once in a while, like tech glitches, just you're like,
oh, of course.
well, I
Yeah.
guess I'm not doing that today.
Those loops. Yeah. Totally.
Nice. Awesome. Well, what would you say to anyone, thinking or wanting to become a Pinterest VA, like, or taking the course specifically, either way?
I would definitely encourage them to dabble in it, get some information, and see if it's something that they would find enjoyable. And then I would really, if it is something that you find enjoyable, I would really encourage you to do it, because it's just worth it. And it creates, it opens so many doors for you, and it teaches you so much. And there's so much potential in this business. So I love it. I'm so excited about it every day when I work. So, and I think that says a lot.
Yeah. And it's fun, but it's depending on what you're doing, right? Like, because once you
Yeah.
get to know a client, you kind of know the deal, and it's like you could have TV on in the background, or
Totally,
like
yeah.
some of it doesn't really require a lot of thinking, and it's
Yes, yeah.
it's
You can do different
chill.
things at different times of your day. So
So yeah, well, thank you so much for kind of sharing sort of your experience with becoming a Pinterest VA and sort of the course you took and what you loved about it. I really appreciate it, and hopefully this will help other people decide if this might be a good side hustle or career for them, and if the course might be a good fit too. So thanks.
awesome. Yeah. Great talking to you.